In this video, we're gonna talk about one of the most often used and most important feature of Jira, and that is issue search or filtering. This is especially important because not only it is used on daily basis when working on Jira, but also this feature is very often used by other add-ons to select issues on which we want to work. This video is part of our efforts to provide best possible training around Jira, Confluence and whole Atlassian ecosystem. If you would like to support us, leave a like under the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a question in the comments if you have any, and remember that you can always reach out to us for one of our paid services like trainings, consultations or implementations. So let's get into the core of our video. Issue search is available over here under filters menu in advanced issue search. If you enter here, you will see that kind of screen. Now, on the left side, you have all the main filters. Some of them are predefined, some of them you will be able to define by yourself. We'll talk about this later. In the main part of the screen, we have a list of issues that are meeting our criteria, and at the top, option to select the criteria. And let's focus on that first. So you can see that over here we have several drop downs in which we can select, basically what criteria our issue should meet. So by default, these are preset, the drop downs that are available over here. And we can say that, for example, okay, I want to display issues from clone projects and from demo project 1 and from demo project, right? So I have several issues and it's not many of them. Why is that? Well, maybe I have only this many issues in my project, but that's not the case. And it's worth remembering that by default, there is a filter applied saying that issue was created within last 30 days. This is to limit issues that were created like half year ago and not display them because very often we do not want to. But it's worth remembering, if you just apply something here, you need to look out for this pre-applied filter. Very often it has to be removed. And yes, now we can see that there is way more issues. So I have all the issues that are part of one of my 3 projects, and I can go further. I can display only epics that are from one of these 3 projects, right? So I can select multiple criteria and make sure that only issues meeting all of them are displayed over here. So by default, there are 4 drop downs here. We can click more, and basically all the fields that are on the issue level are available over here. So we could say that, okay, I want to have start date. If I have that, start date within the last 10 weeks. Not sure what I'll get over here. It's even more limited. So I can put more fields on top of the default drop downs that are available over here and decide what kind of value our issue should have. So you can say that this is pretty straightforward. I can select a lot of criteria, so the filter and the rules that define that issue will appear here will be pretty complex, but setting this up is not that hard. One more thing that is used here very often is just a text search. So I will enter something, let's say that I want to have user somewhere in the text of my epic. Now just a single epic is selected. So this is basic search. As I mentioned, it can be complex, but it's easy to, the rules can be complex, but it's easy to set up. But it's also limited. So at the moment, all the issues or all the criteria that I've selected here have to be met by the issue. So it appears over here. Maybe it's not what we want. Maybe we want something like issue has to be epic or has to be in to-do status, right? How to do that? Well, over here, you can switch to JQL, which might terrify some of you. but when we switch, you will see some text over here. This is called JQL, Jira Query Language. There is pretty robust documentation about that on Atlassian pages. But what we see over here, there is something pre-filled. And these are the filters that I selected in basic view. So yeah, you can you can start doing your search in the basic view, then switch to JQL and try to modify this. But what we see over here is, for example, we see that, okay, issues in the project and issue type is epic, and status is to do. If we want to have or, so basically epics or issues in specific status, I'll do something like that. I'll put this one also in the brackets. Yeah, let's say that end date should be only for the issues in status to do, and I will remove the text search. I will change this one for or, and now you will see that I should get epics or issues that are in status to do. Well, epic or issues that are in status to do. So you can see that over here we can build even more advanced searches, and some add-ons even add functions on top of that. So Jira by itself has some functions. So for example, issue in issue links, we can select all the issues that are linked with our specific link, let's say TP13. I'm not sure if something is linked over here, but basically we will get as a result all the issues that are linked by issue link with this one. So this is very, very robust. This is advanced. I need to admit, so not all of you will be willing to go into advanced search and type over here, but for more complex use cases, it might be required, and it's worth knowing that something like that is possible. Okay, so that is advanced issue search. As I mentioned, there is a lot of information in Atlassian documentation about that. One more thing I wanted to mention in this video is saving these filters. There will be, or saving the searches, because there will be cases where you are reusing the same search time and time again. So let's for a moment switch back to basic. I will remove this one. I will do some basic select. So let's just select clone project search. And now we can save this search as a filter. Yeah. And you will see that it appeared for me over here. I created it, so it started for me. This means that I can easily access it by default. So now you will see that I can basically switch between some other filters and this one just by single click. Thanks to that, I can very easily access this filter and get each time updated and relevant information for me. Okay, so one last information that I will mention is that if we have our filter applied, there is option to click details over here. What it does. So basically when I created this filter, by default, it will be visible only to me and only I will be able to edit this. This can vary from instance to instance, as we can set that by default all newly created filters are available for everyone or for a specific group. But if your Jira administrator did not change that, by default, newly created filters are available only to you. This means that no one else will be able to see and use them. If you want other people to access your filters and be able to apply them and see the result of the filter, you need to go to edit permissions and define who should be able to view them and to edit them. So we can pick just the members of specific project, Jira group, my organization. This will basically mean that everyone who has access to Jira, to your instance, will be able to view that filter. or specific user. So we'll just go for organization, click add. And additionally, we will say that some additional user, like maybe Tom, will be able to edit this filter. We'll save that, and now everyone should be able to access this filter, apply it, and see exactly what you see over here at the same time. All right, so that's it for this video. Hope you found it useful. If you would like to know if specific setup for the filter is possible, maybe you miss something and you are looking for the add-on that would add additional functions to the JQL that would allow you to do more advanced search, or if you would like to know how to use filters in different add-ons, let us know. We have a lot of experience with that, and I'm sure we'll be able to help you. Thanks for this video, and see you in the next one.